Hi guys, Jean here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So actually, you know what? Um, I got up this morning. Here is the truth. Truth and honesty and where I'm at and all the things today because that's where I'm at, right? So I'm going to speak on that and hopefully my mic uh, would is actually recording me as I do my talking because a couple days ago I did two videos back to back, and guess what? My mic was turned off, so I ended up doing these two videos. And someone told me I should just do a voiceover, but I realized that when I'm sitting and I'm just doing a vlogging from my sitting, then doing a voiceover is ridiculous because I'm just sitting here and there's a voiceover happening, right? I can see that my it's hot. It's a little bit warm in here. Again, I'm in Niagara Falls, and I'm hanging out with my friend who is not too well. And I have mentioned that a couple of times. I'm not going to go into it because she's a private person. But yeah, I'm in a house that is, full of people. So I have to squeeze in and do my vlog where I can. And right now it is raining, like really, it is raining, which is really lovely. I already did a video in the rain earlier because I went outside to do a video. And the thing that disappoints me about the neighborhood I'm in, I cannot find a nice little park, like a nice little park, where kiddies play or a bench to sit on when I see green space. The only place I found some bench and green space was, well, there's a lot of space in the area where I'm at, but just they don't have any bench, no place for sitting or anything like that, unless you go down to the waterfall itself. Unless you go down to the falls, that area down there have place to sit, and it's a 10-minute walk from here. But even when I go down there to sit, um, I'm not really comfortable 100% in the among a lot of people when I'm vlogging. And I don't mind that. Discomfort is not a thing for me. So it's not only that I'm not comfortable, what I find is that I get distracted quite easily when I'm around a big group of people and people moving here and there. I'm always distracted. I'm distracted just sitting here having this conversation, much less to being outside and dealing with people. So today, the nitty gritty of being on these YouTube streets, I got up this morning and I tell you, I was going through this period I was just in judgment to myself. And it's a long time I haven't really been in this kind of a judgmental place. I was just saying that I don't really want to. It's more than not wanting to do my videos anymore. It's kind of ridiculous. This is like day 85 for me. I'm doing 100 days of video and I'm on day 85, which means I barely have like 15 more days to do. And all of a sudden, I want to throw in the towel. And there is a couple of reasons why I felt like throwing in the towel, meaning I just wanted it to be done. And one of those reasons is I started to criticize myself, judge myself on the fact that, um, you know, no one is listening to me. I have nothing to say, or not even having nothing to say. I have a lot to say, but I don't know how it's coming across. And maybe I, I definitely went into a space of, so I'll tell you this. When I was in university, because I went back to university for I'm just going to move this down one. I went back to university for a year. I went to university for a year, not back to university. I have never been before, so I went for a year. But even, yeah, anyways, we'll stick with that statement. And there was there is a lot that I know, and insecure is the word I'm looking for. I had this sense of insecurity. One, I went back to university in at 60, and I've never been um, I haven't been to school for like 30 years. The last time I was in college, I was 34 years old. No, actually, I was 36 when I start college, and finished when I was 38. So going back in any school environment, I've done lots of self-development, lots of program, life coaching, health coaching, yoga development, all the kind of program out there. But those programs and stuff is different because I didn't have to, most of them I didn't have to send in or give do any kind of a big exam. I'm not an exam person. I get really, really, really insecure and scared when I have to do exam, and because I'm just, that's the way I've made up, and I think that has to do with the fact that when I was growing up as a child in the Caribbean, in Grenada, specifically on the island of Spice, Grenada, when I was growing up, um, in school, from a very early age, I used to get beaten, I used to get licks, and we can call it abuse, but the strap would come out all the time, especially in school. So I used to be beaten a lot in school, for all different reasons, but the biggest one is it always had to do with when we were doing tests, when we had tests and we had exam, and no matter how bad you do. I would have to say it because I cannot even say no matter how well you do, because what I remember from, being basically not even 10 years old, going to primary school, what I remember the most is that one of my teacher, was a very tall, kind of strapped man, and he used to take the strap out on me all the time. And I'm sure other kids used to be beaten up as well. But here is the difference. I think because now when I look back and really examine my life a lot, I think because I was very sensitive, and I'm a very sensitive human being, and because of that sensitivity, functioning in an environment, with other people, I didn't really know that it was challenging or not. But now that I look back on it, I tend to think that. And anyway, having this teacher that would actually beat me, um, for failing a test or failing an exam all the time, or just doing the work and it's not done right, and instead of being shown how to do it right, you get a licking, because it's almost like they expect you to know. It's like they expect you as a 10-year-old to know what to do, and when you don't do what you're doing correctly, you get a licking. And that is something that spill over from parent to parent, and understanding that my mother, didn't know anything different. That's how she grew up as well, being beaten for whatever reason. So it was just like a way of life. But for the sensitive people, that kept me stuck, because what I'm learning now at this age, and I'm in my 60s, is that when I cannot speak my truth, I shut down. And um, and that's because I've been beaten to be shut down. And this is not a video that I was even going to share today, but you know what? It comes up, and I'm just sharing from my heart today. So, anyway, going back to being in university and having to do exam was very, very, very scary for me. I used to, and not just for me, I mean, all the kids, all of us doing exam, everybody's running around with very, very much, high anxiety. But me, I felt like I was crippled, and what it did is bring up all my insecurities, right? All my insecurities, like all the fact that, whether I'm not good enough, I don't know how to do this, and all my insecurities. And I remember I had to do an English exam. Most of the other exam is really, and that is a writing exam. And believe it or not, I'm a writer. I wrote a book. I love to write. I always, I love to write. If you come in my house, there is notes and paper every area in my house because I'm always writing down something. You know, I'm a free flowing writer. I walk with my book and it is full because I'm always making note, always writing something down, always taking down a quote or something that is, and I'm writing to remember as well. So I do that a lot. But here is the thing, my grammar, I it's almost like I never really learn the proper grammar. And my grammar and my spellings was always a challenge, I would say. For myself because spelling is easy. I can always, go to my phone and figure out how to spell a word. But when you are an island, and I notice that in island people a lot, when you are a Caribbean person and you grew up not really like I've never learned grammar in the Caribbean, like at all, not in all my school that I went to. And I know what you're saying, but I've never remember learning grammar. I guess maybe because of the way we speak, but coming here and, getting through high school and getting through college without even proper grammar, I made it through those things because that's how I make up. I am make up. I'm the type of person that I do what I have to do to get there. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. So do I remember doing this English exam and I had to sit in an auditorium full a student, and I had no choice. That's the way they did this exam in university. All the kids that was doing that particular exam on that particular day. So I'm in an auditorium with more than 300 people, and that alone, it's like all the anxiety of everyone just fall on me, including my own anxiety. And I we were just writing, and I was writing on I think I was doing mines on butterflies. Was it that's what I was doing? We had to look at a magazine photo, and we look at the magazine photo, and then we do a reading of it, and we take that reading that we do, not the reading from the magazine, we're just looking at the photo, and I guess psychoanalyzing the photograph or the print. And then we take that and then we write what we think we see, what they're doing, how they're doing it, what is there. It's this form of writing. And I love that form of writing. The problem is, my grammar was terrible. My spelling is terrible, and here I am in university in my 60s, so insecure that I'm not going to do a good job. Like, I'm just terrible at doing my work, and when I do my work, it's not the best. So this morning when I wake up, this is what was coming through my mind. I was like, oh my God, I'm so terrible because look at it. Here I am, and I'm just doing this YouTube channel, and it's a possibility. It's not exciting for anybody. And apart from this possibility, on, on top of that, I'm feeling insecure because I haven't done my editing as yet. Like, what do I need to edit here? Nothing, right? I talk and then I'm done. So what do I need to edit? Nothing. But I want to start doing the kind of cinematical outdoor videos and not just sitting here. I can walk and talk to you guys, and I need to figure out how to walk and talk and do a vlog without losing my place. And when I look at the people that do those kind of vlog, basically they're just talking about what they see, but I'm assuming that because the viewer get to see all these beautiful places, and you get excited because yesterday And I know this is why this come up today. Yesterday I did a vlog right down by the waterfall, by the Niagara waterfall. And when I did my vlog, I end up doing it on this because I find a little spot in a little grass area, and I did it there because there was too many people walking along the path, walking along the footpath that overlooked the fall. So it was kind of hard to hold my, like I'm doing this on my phone, so it's kind of hard to hold my phone on the side here and talk and vlog at the same, to vlog and to do all of that at the same time. Now I'm thinking if I had a GoPro, that would have worked in my benefit, a nice little GoPro going down the road would have probably worked because I saw a guy have one and he didn't look as stupid as me having this big um, Apple 16 phone. So it's, you know, I'm saying all of that to say this morning I was in quitting mode. I was like, I'm just shit. So why bother? So this morning I was in that kind of a place and in that kind of a mood. Now it's evening time. This is my second video for the day. So I've decided to start doing two videos for the day because I'm going to be going away again in like next week, but I'll talk about that in one of my other videos, but I wanted to just do two videos a day so that I can, make sure that I'm posting my videos every day and getting my 100 days in because I'm almost there. Now, am I going to stop at 100 days? No, I now really and truly, guys, I'm actually, today I spent some time, you know, um, learning to edit, playing around in the editing tool area. I am going to be giving myself a little bit more time. I know I make these promises to myself and then I freak out that it's not possible for me to do, but I know how much that I want to do it. So apart from this, doing this, sitting here and doing this YouTube, um, a video, I can imagine that, like it is the truth. Sometimes you want to give up. And sometimes my insecurity, can take over. But I'm showing up anyway because I made this plan for myself that, you know, um, I'm going to show up, I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to tell the truth. And today I'm just telling the truth. I've already shown up and I've said this before. This is the work, and I'm telling the truth. The truth is, sometimes it is challenging. And when you're not in your own environment, it is double challenging. And I can give in and say that I'm not in my environment and this is why I'm feeling like that. But I can honestly tell you there are days like this, and they don't come often. Um, but somehow this morning I was ripping myself apart on all of it, and I was feeling ashamed. I was carrying a lot of shame about my videos, and I was feeling insecure, and I end up deep diving into this English exam that I was doing. And I didn't fail my exam. Actually, I passed my exam, but I think I got a C plus on that exam in particular. And I was surprised that I actually even got a C plus on it because I thought, they're going to bury me because of my grammar. And you can tell from me speaking on here, my accent. This is the biggest thing for me. I have never learned to speak Canadian, whatever that is. I have never learned to speak Canadian, and I kept my Caribbean accent, which is why would I change that? But because of that, there are certain things I cannot roll my tongue over. There are certain words that get tied up in my mouth, and I am not pronouncing properly. And that is another insecurity for me. So I was just like, oh my God, what am I sharing? What am I saying? But you know what? I'm here and I'm sharing and I'm showing up and I'm going to continue doing that. But for today, you know, um, yeah, so for today, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Lots of good content. This was really good content, for the people. I'm speaking to that person who really wants to do YouTube and is not doing it. Guys, I've been here for almost, I think, already 85 days. I've been doing a video every single day for 85 days. And if you think that it's hard, it's not really hard. It's basically showing up. So I'm here to tell you, you're going to have days like this, but you can show up anyway, because I'm sure you have something just as wonderful and just as great and fabulous to say. Do you like my background? Yeah. Anyway, subscribe and do less and be more of who you are. Alrighty? Signing out.